Hello, sunshine, and a Merry Christmas Eve to you. I realize it's Friday and you're thinking you're a day late, but I have two things to say to that. One, I did it on purpose because I wanted to have a video for Christmas instead of, Christmas Eve, which, isn't really anything. Except for when I was younger, I used to try to convince my parents that Christmas Eve was okay to open one present, and then Christmas Eve open another present, and then Christmas Day open all my presents. I think I only convinced my parents to do that once. So ever since then, Christmas Eve isn't really anything, so I thought I would wait. Number two, there's been a lot on my mind, so I wanted to wait and kind of process some things before coming and chatting with you. So, first of all, like I said, Merry Christmas. I'm sure you're doing something for Christmas Eve, with family and whatnot. I hope tomorrow's awesome. I hope you guys have a fun time and the kids have a great time. Tell me about your Christmas. Tell me how it all went, and tell me if you got anything cool. Again, we aren't having quite a Christmas right now. We'll have our Christmas in about 3 weeks when we get some money. But in a couple of days, we're going to go to Target and try to get a tree for cheap, and buy some wrapping paper for cheap. And then I got my Christmas wish list, and then Kelsey's got hers. And then we'll go shopping and stuff like that in January. So it'll be cool. So in a month, I'll tell you how our Christmas went. Number two, you might have already seen this on Facebook, so it means it's been out there. We told everyone we needed to tell. Kelsey is pregnant. So we're gonna go to the doctor next week. So I don't have an exact date or anything, but it should be in July-ish when we're gonna be having a baby. It's easy to say now that I've been talking to people about it and stuff. It's one of those things that I can wrap my mind around the concept of it by just being we're gonna have a kid, and I can say things like that, next Thanksgiving will be our baby's first Thanksgiving. Next Christmas will be our baby's first Christmas. Things like that I can say. However, the weird thing is I don't feel like it's really penetrated deep into my understanding of what that means. I'm sure you having 2 kids now understand kind of what I'm talking about of it being really weird. I don't know. And I know we talked a little bit about it on the phone when I called you, but yeah, it's weird. I don't know when it's going to sink in or what. Maybe it's probably because Kelsey's not showing or anything, and so maybe later it'll get a little bit more real, or once we start going to the doctor and start having our our planned visits and all that stuff, maybe then it'll start feeling a little bit more real. I don't know. All I know is right about now, this is what our baby looks like. And that's weird to think that it looks like that right now. And then it somehow grows into a baby. And then somehow comes out. And then it's a baby. And then it grows. That's weird. It's tripping me out. I don't know if I've ever talked to you about my feelings of pregnancy. The whole idea kind of grosses me out. Not only the grossness of having the baby, but just the idea that the thing inside of her is this big right now, and it has a heart, and it's this big, and that's weird, and it's starting to connect to her, and then it's gonna grow, and then start to form into a human being baby, and then grow inside of her. That's the weirdest part. Inside. It's not like an egg where, it's out there and let's cover it up and then it cracks and woo, yeah, alright, that's cool. That's not gross at all. It's inside. And then it has to eject out. Yeah, stuff like that's going to take me a little bit of getting used to. I've told Kelsey I'll be in the hospital room, but I'm not looking behind the curtain, as it will. I'm going to stay on the other side of the curtain, totally oblivious to what mayhem is happening down there. I don't even know if I want to see my baby when it comes out. I don't want to cut the cord. I say that now, but as of right now, I don't want to. I don't want to see, like, just hose it down, cut it off, and then show me. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how things change as we go along. Yeah. So that's weird. That's what's mostly been on my mind, obviously. So that's what's on my mind. What's on your mind? It's weird. Anyway, so there's that. Then there's Christmas. Talking a little bit more about writing. That's really cool. I think writing a short story in a month is something that you can actually be able to do. Because a month is a good enough time. Because I know how busy you are, but like, writing a short story somewhere between like 3,000 to 8,000 words, which is what I suggest you stay in, because those are the numbers that a lot of like magazines and e-zines and stuff are looking for. I think a month is doable. I'm excited to see what you come up with. And then hopefully you'll feel the same way I do, that it's almost more of like this instant gratification of completing a story in a shorter amount of time instead of spending forever writing a bigger one. But speaking of us getting together and stuff, I'm very excited that you are cool with that idea. It'll be a little different now that we have a baby, so gonna have to try to figure out when that can happen, and then we'll hang out, we'll talk. And I agree, we should start Skyping, soon. Definitely not right now. Like, we'll wait till after the new year and stuff. But we can start talking right here about some ideas that we can come up with. Like, just real broad stuff. Like, do we want to do a fantasy? Do we want to do a monster story? Do we want to do an action adventure like James Rollins? Do we want to do something more for like kids or young adults? Stuff like that. So we can kind of talk about that stuff. Another nice thing is, once we start kind of understanding a little bit more what we want to do, we can do some more research. Like, for example, if we want to do like an action adventure type story, and we want to focus on Noah's Ark, you know what I mean? And then it's like, cool, then we have plenty of time to do a bunch of research, come up with a bunch of ideas, and kind of put all those together and start formulating a story out of that, but with plenty of time of doing research. So that'll be cool. So think about kind of where some of your interests lie, and then we'll kind of start from there. That, I think, is all I've got right now. You'll probably hear a lot of baby talk from these next, several months on. So we'll always have something exciting to talk about. And speaking of, I know I've said this kind of in the beginning, how I'm happy that we're doing this, but now that, it's been like a month or so, I gotta say, like, I really enjoy having this, because I feel like you and I are still keeping in touch. I, in fact, feel like we're keeping in touch way better than we ever have before. Being able to see you at least once a week, and you see me, it feels like we're hanging out and stuff. So that's cool. I'm very happy that we're doing this. It was a good idea. So, awesome. Well, hope you have a Merry Christmas. Tell the kids and the wife, and I'm sure you'll see your mom and dad. Tell your mom and dad about the good news. I'm sure they will be very excited. Tell everyone I say hi and Merry Christmas. And I'll see you on Monday.